I probably get like 4 to 5 emails, DMs, sums a day about acne here. And so I wanted to do a big resources video for you about acne on your chin and your jawline and your neck, because there are often very different reasons for why that's happening. And once you get really clear on the reason, you're far more likely to be able to heal it. Okay, let go. I'm Dr. Therese, and after 15 years of acne struggles, I finally cleared my acne naturally. I created my program, The Clear Code, to help you do the same. 7 years and thousands of clients later, I've made it my life's work to get you clear skin without crazy pills, creams, and/or hormones. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video. There are 3 main reasons I see for breakouts along your neck, chin, and jawline, okay? Number 1 is hormonal acne. You're having a hormonal acne issue. Number 2, you have a yeast or a fungus issue. Or number 3, you are having a significant kind of irritation happening when it comes to the barrier of your skin, that you've over-medicated, over-adjusted from a skincare perspective. Type yes below if you know you've used 10,000 products over the past 2 days and your skin is just really, really, really freaking irritated. So those are the 3 main reasons. I'm going to share about the reasons for each, and then we'll go into the solutions. So the reason number 1 that you're having acne along your chin, mouth, jawline area is hormonal acne. And the reason for that is that we have a lot of hair follicles at this area. Men grow beards here, right? They don't grow beards on their forehead. We all have more facial hair here than we would here. We all have pores everywhere, but we have more hair follicles here. And those hair follicles are more sensitive to hormonal activity, in that if you have an increase in androgens or an increase in your sex hormones, things like testosterone or estrogen throughout the month, which you will often have, so things will fluctuate, the levels of sebum will increase at the pore level. And that is one of the processes, one of the kind of requirements that needs to be in place for you to have a breakout, is that you have too much sebum, too much of that oil at the pore. So hormonal shifts combined with a significant amount of hair follicles and pores that are highly sensitive to an increase in sebum production, which can happen with hormonal shifts, can lead to more acne here. Super simple from a hormonal acne perspective. Now here's how you can tell if it's hormonal versus the other 2 I'm about to talk about. And this is what I've seen. A lot of times there are kind of 2 main factors that tell me that someone's dealing with hormonal acne. Most of their acne is like above their jawline. So right at like the jawbone or below is a different story usually that we could talk about in a minute, that we will talk about in a minute. But here up, like the jawbone up around your mouth, that's usually when I see a lot of hormonal acne, combined with the fact that these breakouts come and go mid-cycle or period. So maybe like 4 to 5 days after your period, you may feel like, oh, my skin's looking fine. And then it breaks out 10 days later, right around the time you're ovulating. Or a few days before your period, you're like, is this ever gonna be fixed? Those 2 factors, the detail that the acne is here, and it's mid-cycle and pre-period that you're breaking out the most, usually lead me down the path of dealing with that from a hormonal acne perspective, okay? Reason number 2 is that you're having sorry, I drop into like a ridiculous accent sometimes. It's actually all the time. I have a lot of voices. Get ready. Reason number 2 that you're dealing with some acne here is, I don't know what that was, maybe New York, is yeast fungus stuff, okay? So I have a whole video on this about malassezia, a yeast malassezia issue, so I'll link to it below. I'll share a little video up here, a little thumbnail so you can see what it looks like. But there are a few things that tell me that it's yeast more than a hormonal issue. So number 1, it stays throughout the month. It doesn't really change at all. The like breakouts themselves, they aren't necessarily like full of much. They're more like closed comedones. They usually extend down a little bit more. They're really itchy. So if you find that you itch them and they get like really swollen afterwards, but then they kind of calm down a few hours later, and they're uniform in size, those are kind of big key signs that it could be a fungal issue and not an acne like vulgaris issue, more a malassezia folliculitis issue. The third cause of, I'll stop. The third cause of like neck jawline stuff is a topical thing. Now, I usually see, oh, sorry, side note too, with Malassezia and yeast, I forgot to say this. A lot of times the Malassezia and the yeast will like creep down a little bit. And so that kind of leads us into this third issue, which is they're dealing with maybe a combination of acne vulgaris, so like the common P. acnes bacterial acne with a yeast issue, so Malassezia, and you're using products, hair products in particular, body washes, face washes, that are all contributing to that growth. And you really need to simplify the F out of your whole routine. So now, let's get into some solutions, and I'll explain a little bit more for each of these 3 challenges when it comes to acne on your chin and your jawline. Here's what to do re the hormonal acne. I talk about this on my channel all the time. I'll list a gajillion action steps for you below, but I'm gonna list the biggest action steps I would take right now if I were you, if I was dealing with hormonal acne. Number 1, I'd balance your blood sugar. Number 2, I'd begin eating a cup of cruciferous vegetables a day. I'd remove 80% of artificial sugars from my diet. I'd keep a food journal, and I'd take pictures before and after, before you begin to track your progress and after. I'd investigate a hormonally supportive herb like milk thistle or dim. You can check out one of those videos below. And I'd remove dairy for a month and track my progress as well. I have videos on all of these things, so I'll link to them below. But really what you need to do from a hormonal acne perspective is just balance your body. Hormones are lovely, supportive, amazing, wonderful, fantastic. They're just fantastic. But when they're out of whack, they can drive us all insane. Really. So balancing your body is like action step number 1. Here's what to do if you think you have a yeast fungal issue but you aren't quite sure. Number 1, go watch that video that I share, and you can check out the link below for that. Number 2 is removing a lot of your artificial sugars from your diet, so maybe about 80%, because it'll really help with dramatically lowering inflammation. You need to simplify the heck out of your skincare routine, as in moisturizer, that's it. And then these next steps actually apply for the yeast issue or the neck acne issue. And they are simplify the heck out of your routine. So if you're using 6 different products, it's hard because you don't want to just stop using products like salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide or even retinols, because you can have this thing called kind of a rebound effect. But if you're using a ton of different products and you don't even know why anymore, that's something to examine. You also too are most likely your skin is dry, especially around your neck. I see a lot of kind of broken skin barriers, and that can cause a lot of challenges for you, because when your skin is broken, bacteria gets in easy. It's far easier for broken skin to be broken out. Excuse my pun. I'm laughing at myself, that was a good one. But it's true. So if you can, simplify your routine to just a gentle skin wash like vanicream or Cetaphil, and then spot treat with something like benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid. Continue the use of those products, but all the other things like random vitamin C's, random, I don't know, all the things, they're probably not necessary, but you do need moisture too. So especially for neck and yeast issues, make sure you're moisturizing with a product like vanicream. There is a website called sezia.co, SEZIA.co, that allows you to check all of your products to make sure they're yeast safe. And that's what I would do too, is a lot of times clients come to me and they're using shampoo and or conditioner that is negatively contributing to some neck, chin, jawline, hairline stuff. So my biggest recommendation would be to grab an antifungal shampoo like Dr Happy Cappy or Head and Shoulders that can help support you, because what happens is you'll wash your hair and you won't think anything of it with this specific shampoo that feeds like a yeast or a fungal issue. And even if you only have a teeny bit of a challenge there and it's on your neck and your chin, when you wash your hair, it'll drain down and it'll be along your hairline too. So simplifying that routine is super important, and also not continuing to feed yeast issues. I'd also really limit cleansing for all 3 of these actually, for hormonal acne, yeast issue, and or just like overall neck irritation, topical irritation. Don't cleanse twice a day. You only need to cleanse once a day, especially to like, let's say you wake up in the morning, you cleanse your face, you go to the gym, you cleanse, then you at night after you get home, you take off all your makeup, you're cleansing. It's like your skin is so stripped by the end of the day. is like hanging on for dear life from a moisture perspective. I would water wash in the morning, water wash at the gym, and then do a true cleanse at night, but you don't need more than that, okay? So all of this being said, it's super important to figure out these root triggers first. Can you see why? It's like knowing what's going on with your skin is more important than anything, right? Like knowing why you're breaking out in the first place. So I have a root acne triggers quiz that can really help you with that. It's a 30-second 10-question quiz that'll really help you define why you're breaking out in the first place, what action steps you can take, 3 of them, and then 3 recipes you can download as well to really support acne healing from the inside out. Also, if you want to join a safe, private, empathetic group of people dealing with the exact same things as you are, please join my private Facebook group where you can meet other people dealing with skin issues as well. If you like this video, type yes below, and please share it with a friend, mom, sister, aunt, cousin, all the peoples who may be dealing with some acne issues, may need some extra acne support, to really let them know that this is possible. I'd love to be the spark for them that can really support them on their natural acne healing journey. You don't have to use crazy harsh chemicals, pills, creams, antibiotics to heal your acne naturally. I've worked with hundreds of clients at this point to heal their acne naturally, and it's been fantastic. So this is possible for you. Send it to someone you know. Okay, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video, and I will see you next time. Bye!